In this video, we're stepping on board Delta Airlines as we fly first class from Washington Reagan National Airport in DC to Liberia International Airport in Guanacaste, Costa Rica. This trip will take us from Washington onto Atlanta and then on to Costa Rica. It's an early 4:30 a.m. start here in Washington. Let's get checked in. Welcome to Travel at Random. We're Trevor and Ryan, and this channel started out of a love of travel. We're here to share unbiased and self-funded trip reports, hotel and flight reviews, and travel advice. We hope we inspire your next getaway. Check out our playlist in the description and browse the channel. If you enjoy the video, please hit that like button and subscribe to keep up with our latest content. Thanks for watching. Now, let's get ready to fly. It's a dark, pre-dawn start here in Washington. We'll be taking a quick hop on a Delta Airbus A320 down to Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, ATL, then connecting on a 757-200 for the 3.5-hour flight over to Costa Rica. Reagan National, also known as DCA, served more than 26 million passengers in 2024, a record for the airport. It's also one of 3 airports in the Washington, D.C. area, the other 2 being Dulles International, IAD, and BWI Thurgood Marshall Airport. DCA is right in the middle of the D.C. metro area, situated on the Virginia side of the Potomac River across from Washington, D.C. Unlike IAD and BWI, DCA mostly serves domestic destinations, with a heavy focus on the eastern half of the U.S. Like LaGuardia Airport in New York, DCA is slot and perimeter restricted, meaning airlines have to apply for permission to fly around, and only a certain number of longer, beyond perimeter flights are permitted. Delta mainly operates flights to their major hubs, including our connection airport today in Atlanta. DCA is home to one of my favorite Delta Sky Clubs. For this trip, we have access to the club because I'm a Diamond member traveling in first class to Central America. Unfortunately, this Sky Club doesn't open until 5 a.m. and our flight boards at 5:19. DCA also has an American Express Centurion Lounge, but it also doesn't open until 5 a.m. So no club for us. Delta has made their Sky Club rules quite confusing in the past few years. Domestic first class does not get you entry. Flying from the US to the Caribbean in first class does not get you entry. However, Delta Diamond, Platinum, and Gold medallions traveling in first class do get access if traveling to Mexico, Canada, and Central America. If our tickets did not get us access, we would also have access through our Delta AMEX Reserve credit cards. In the past few years, the amount of people using airport lounges has increased substantially, so while the rules are a bit confusing, Delta is at least trying to address the overcrowding issues in their clubs. At the gate, boarding was fairly smooth, with first class boarding in Zone 1. We're in seats 2A and 2B on this 1 hour 20-minute flight. Delta's A320s feature 4 rows of domestic first class in a 2-2 configuration, for a total of 16 seats. These seats are 21 inches wide and feature 36 inches of pitch. Width-wise, they're great. Legroom is okay, even for Trevor, who is 6'4". In domestic first class, you'll find a bottle of water at your seat, which is always appreciated. Delta offers a pre-departure beverage of your choice. Given the early start, it was definitely time for some coffee. Most of Delta's mainline fleet feature IFE screens, and the A320s are no exception. The system is touchscreen, and in my experience, fairly fast and responsive. There are a good selection of movies, TV shows, and live TV. Although, the number of episodes available for a series can vary from aircraft to aircraft, so be prepared if you are binging a season that the next episode may not be on your next flight. Most Delta mainline flights now include free Wi-Fi for their SkyMiles members, which generally works well with decent speeds. And most aircraft offer Wi-Fi gate to gate. There's also a moving map and flight info in the IFE. Delta has started to roll out updated IFE that allows you to log into the seatback screen with your SkyMiles account. This then tracks your shows and movies across flights. Delta hands out free, reusable earbuds in both first class and economy, but you're welcome to use your own. Currently, Delta's A320s do not support Bluetooth. Each seat in first class also has a universal power outlet and USB port. We push back from the gate right on time, and then it's a short taxi to the runway for departure. There's no meal service on this flight, but shortly after takeoff, the flight attendant was up in the aisle offering beverages. And that means another cup of coffee. I promise it will be something different on the next flight. Shorter domestic first class service also includes a snack basket full of packaged sweet and savory items. Unfortunately, Delta hasn't brought back the fresh bananas that they had pre-COVID. And before you know it, we were descending into Atlanta, where we were scheduled to have a 90-minute connection before our flight to Costa Rica. Welcome to Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, the busiest airport in the world by passenger volume. ATL is Delta's headquarters and main hub. This summer, Delta will operate nearly 1,000 flights daily to more than 200 destinations. The airport is broken into several floating concourses, each accessible by an air train or by walking if you're looking to get in your steps. Most international flights leave from the E and F gates, our flights leaving from E. Unfortunately, boarding was delayed about an hour due to a broken aircraft. We ended up swapping planes and moving down one gate. Thankfully, at a Delta hub, there are usually other planes ready to go. Once boarding started, we headed on board and quickly took our seats 3C and 3D. The 757-200 is configured with 5 rows of first class and a 2-2 configuration for a total of 20 seats. The seats are 21 inches wide and feature 37 inches of pitch. Just like the A320, there's an IFE screen. The features are similar to the A320 with a universal power plug at each seat and USB charging port. These 757s are old, but Delta has kept their interiors new and fresh. They will eventually be replaced with new, more fuel-efficient Airbus A321neo aircraft. Pre-departure beverages were offered, and I had one more coffee. Also while on the ground, the flight attendant confirmed meal choices. Delta offers first-class passengers the option to pre-select their meal about 1 week prior to the flight. Here's the menu for today's flight. Breakfast isn't my favorite airline meal. In the end, I pre-selected the yogurt parfait. Trevor had the frittata. With boarding completed, we pushed back from the gate and started our taxi out. Despite its massive size and the number of flights, in my experience, taxi times at Atlanta can be relatively quick. Today was no exception, our taxi taking only 10 minutes. Once in the air, the flight attendant was quick to start service. This included placing tablecloths on the tray tables and taking drink orders. The food arrived about 20 minutes after takeoff. It was standard airline breakfast food. I appreciate the healthy option, but overall I find breakfast to be one of the weakest meals on airplanes. Sadly, Delta has stopped serving warm pastries or bread with breakfast. I spent the rest of the flight enjoying the expansive onboard movie selection. About 3 hours after departing Atlanta, we were on the approach into Liberia, Costa Rica. This international airport is located in the northern Guanacaste province and is served by many U.S. carriers. It's an alternative to the larger international airport in San Juan, not to be confused with San Juan, Puerto Rico. A short taxi and we were ready to deplane. There are jet bridges, but we were placed at a remote stand and deplaned via air stairs, followed by a short walk outside on the way to clear customs. Overall, these were 2 pleasant flights. As a frequent Delta flyer, I like them for their consistency and generally good service. The flight attendants in our experience are friendly and attentive, and these 2 flights were no exception. Make sure to check out the rest of our Costa Rica video series. We'll be exploring the R&L region as well as the Pacific Coast. Don't forget to click that like button and subscribe for new content. And let us know what you think of Delta down in the comments. Until the next adventure, thanks for watching.